श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति शांति शांति. So the next dharana is upaviśyāsane samyak bāhu kṛtvārdhakuñcitau kakṣavyomni manaḥ kurvan śamamāyāti tallayāt upaviśyāsane samyak bāhu kṛtvārdhakuñcitau kakṣavyomni manaḥ kurvan śamamāyāti tallayāt. What does he say? Sitting nicely in any kind of position does not really matter. Any posture, sitting nicely comfortably in a posture, leaving your hands in a half circle, focusing your mind in the gap of your armpits. Your mind slowly comes under control. When the mind comes under control, when the mind subsides, then the thoughts subside, the mind subsides, then at that point of time, the Shiva, the inherent nature, the Bhairava, the Atma Swarupa manifests. That's the idea. Okay. Upaviśyāsane samyak. The samyak term can be associated with asane, upaviśyāsane, or kṛtvārdhakuñcitau. Samyak kṛtvārdhakuñcitau or samyak upaviśyāsane. What does that mean? Samyak means nicely. So, upaviśyāsane, nicely sitting in a posture, any kind of posture, does not really matter. See, in the previous dharana, we said we have to keep your buttocks on the seat, only that, and leave the body hanging. Okay, you are not leaving the hands or feet rest in anything. You are just leaving it hanging. There, that is the sadhana. Here, you can sit comfortably. You can sit very comfortably. No issues with that. So, if you want to sit in a chair, you can sit in a chair. If you want to sit in ground with crossed legs, it's also okay. Okay. Now, samyak bāhu kṛtvā ardhakuñcitau. Ardhakuñcitau, half circle. Ardha means half. Kuñcitau means circle. Meaning a half circle. Like, see, there are three different ways to do this. But out of the three, two are little difficult. So we are not going to concentrate. I'll just give you that also. When you go to temple and all that, when you do namaskara, sometimes we do this. We put your hand, namaskara, above your head. Okay, you not above, just above your head. Place it on your head. So now at this point of time, your armpits are open. Okay, this is one way. Another way is when we say Namah Parvati Pataye, immediately in the north we say Hara Hara Mahadeva. They raise both the hands and say Hara Hara Mahadeva. Okay, now at this point of time also your hands are open. The armpits are open. Okay. These are two easy methods, but these are difficult methods actually. How long can you keep your hand? See, in the serials and in the movies, you can see people, the demons and demon kings and all, they place their hand up on their head and they stand in one leg and in one leg posture and they meditate. We can't do that. Let us accept that. You can't leave your hand also hanging like that for long. This is also very difficult. So the simplest of the practice and the one I found comfortable is there is this practice called Tai Chi. Okay, in Tai Chi there is one stance. It's like in karate, the first stand is kibadachi. They'll hold their hand close to their waist. Now, if you hold your hand close to your waist, you are locking your armpits. That is not the practice here. Okay. In Tai Chi, what they do is they crouch a little, they stand. While sitting, standing, they sit there. Without a seat, they sit there, okay, with legs spread up, and put their hands like this in front of their belly, in front of their navel. Okay, this is the exact stance we are going to practice. Leaving the sitting or standing posture, we are not going to stand or anything. If you are comfortable with that, that's okay. But we are not going to stand. We are not going to use the Tai Chi posture, but we are just going to sit in a chair or stand in some stand straight. Hold your hands like this in front of your belly, your navel. Okay. When you hold your hands in front of your navel like this, your armpits are not closed. You don't have to completely open it up. Just have enough space there. Because kakṣavyomni, kaksha means your armpits, the sides, and vyomni means space. In the space of the armpits, you can't meditate on both the armpits at the same time. So you just choose one, right side or left side, whichever is comfortable for you. You just choose one. Manaḥ kurvan, you place your mind, okay, without thinking anything else. Place your mind there. Then śamamāyāti, the mind slowly comes under control. Under tallayāt, once that mind merges in, completely dissolves, the manifestation of Shiva takes place. Okay, that is the idea. This is Ānopāya. So we can practice. Okay, so I'm going to place my hands in front of my tummy. Okay, exactly in front of my navel. I'm sitting cross-legged. Okay, now relaxed. So in the Tai Chi posture itself, you have to keep your hands relaxed. You should not hold it close to your, you should leave the gap there. Okay, so I'm leaving the gap and holding my hands, the palms facing my navel. Now when you do this, there may be a sensation of energy in your hands. This is what they call as chi, energy. We should not focus on that. Our focus should be only on the armpits, on the sides. Choose the right or left armpit. Focus your mind on that. Place your mind on that space of armpit. Not the armpit, the space of armpit. And just leave it there. Oh, so here in this, when you do this, you are not going to place it on top of your belly. Okay, just leave it a little further. Dvadashanta distance is the best distance for this. Keep a 12-finger distance from your navel and place it like that. It's a beautiful. So in this way also you can do. Or if you want, you can just place your hand on the arm, the rest of the armchair. Still you have this space. You can just focus on that. You don't have to discomfort yourself for practicing this. Rest. Put your arms at rest in the armchair rest and then just meditate on it. Comfortable. Okay. Now, next. sthūlarūpasya bhāvasya stabdhāṃ dṛṣṭiṃ nipātya ca acireṇa nirādhāraṃ manaḥ kṛtvā śivaṃ vrajet. sthūlarūpasya bhāvasya stabdhāṃ dṛṣṭiṃ nipātya ca acireṇa nirādhāraṃ manaḥ kṛtvā śivaṃ vrajet. Sthūlarūpasya bhāvasya. So what does this Dhāraṇā says? on any solid object, place your mind in the existence of the solid object without blinking your eyes, then without moving or blinking your eyes, then very soon, when your mind is placed when your mind is placed in that and with focus, then very soon you will reach the śivaṃ vrajet, you will reach the Shiva. That's the idea. Okay. Now, this is a śamamāyāti. We cannot practice. Why it is a śamamāyāti? Because it is not asking you to focus on the beauty or ugliness of the, as some people want you to see it. It is not resting on the beauty or ugly of this. And we have already said beauty and ugly and all are ideas. We are not asking you to meditate on the beauty of the things, because that's an idea. What is beauty is an idea. Like he says, in the what should we meditate upon? Pot, etc. Pot, body, etc. You can meditate on a beautiful girl in front of you or a beautiful boy. Does not really matter. Anything, whatever keeps your mind at peace. That's what is the object you have to choose. Okay. So like I have traveled. See, I was in Rishikesh for 20-25 years. So I used to, when I went there, I was at awe. I was looking at the mountain with awe because it was very great. And I went for a padayatra for all the 4 dhāms, Gangotri, Yamunotri, Kedar, Badri. After a point, I didn't like watching the mountains because it's all same everywhere. The folds and all, it's all same everywhere. It is not an object of joy anymore for me. Okay. So some people still have, whatever mountains, whichever mountains they climb again and again, they have the joy for seeing that mountain. So that is an object for them. What I mean to say is anything that attracts your mind, keeps your mind at peace. That's what you have to choose. Okay. So sthūlarūpasya bhāvasya. Bhāvasya. You are not looking at something beauty or ugly. You are only looking at the existence. Bhāvasya. Because the rupa, what is said is, rupa is not a beauty. It can be kurupa, surupa. It can be beautiful surupa, or it can be ugly kurupa. Does not really matter. It is only the form. Because you are seeing the pot. The pot has form. Your eyes cannot see the form. Actually, you are seeing the pot. Your eyes cannot see the form. There is directly. That is why we are going to see the form of the object and the existence in that. Like we are not seeing the space, but the light in it. In the previous Dhāraṇā. Similarly, we are not going to see the pot, but the existence of the pot. Okay? The existence-ness. That is what? Bhāvasya, or the form. That's what we are going to meditate. Okay? So, we are not going to get into the intricacies of form. We are just going to see the form as form, or the existence as existence. Stabdhāṃ, dṛṣṭiṃ, nipātya. Nipātya, to throw. To throw your this eyesight. Stabdhāṃ. Stabdhāṃ means, it can mean 2 things. Stabdhāṃ means without blinking. Stabdhāṃ means fixed. Keeping your eyesight fixed on the object that is in front of you. Acireṇa, nirādhāraṃ manaḥ kṛtvā. Quickly, by making the mind empty without any object. Acireṇa śivaṃ vrajet. You will reach the Shiva quickly. When this is a very beautiful sadhana, when you are attracted to some beauty or something that attracts your mind, you immediately get into a samadhi. They say Ramakrishna Paramhamsa, he was looking at the birds, the cranes flying on the backdrop of a black, cloudy, rainy day. It's not raining, it's black, and the cranes are flying. He saw that and he entered into samadhi. So you don't have to see what beauty is. What is the beauty in the crane and all that. That contrast, it just attracted your mind. You just focus and then over. That's what you are to do. Anywhere, wherever, whatever, in front of you, you're traveling in a bus or train. In front of you, there is a handle of the previous seat. Just focus on that. You will just go into it. So you'll zone out actually. That is not sleeping. You will find the difference. You will see the difference after some time. Okay. So mana kṛtvā śivaṃ vrajet. Now the next one. madhyajihve spāritāsye madhye nikṣipya cetanām hoccāraṃ manasā kurvan tataḥ śānte pralīyate. madhyajihve spāritāsye madhye nikṣipya cetanām hoccāraṃ manasā kurvan tataḥ śānte pralīyate. What does he say? madhyajihve, the middle of the tongue. So what does he say is keeping the mouth open, not wide open, just keeping it little open, having your tip of the tongue touching the upper area of your the guttural area, the upper area of your mouth. It need not just be touching the hole there inside. Need not be. Okay. Normally, that is the area they want you to touch, just next to the tonsil area, that hole. That's the Kechari Mudra hole, right? So they want you to touch it. It need not be there. Okay. Just try to. If you are comfortable with that, that's okay, fine. But if not, just leave it. Just simply touch your tongue upside, up in that area, wherever. So by doing that, chanting Om, fixing the mind there, chanting Ha, not Om, Ha, your mind in mentally, not physically, mentally, okay, not verbally. When you do that, when the mind settles, then it merges in the Shiva. This is a sadhana which we can practice. What does he say? First, madhyajihve spāritāsye, with your mind, with your mouth open, not wide open. I've already told you it's not wide open, it's just open. Okay, for the air to go smoothly. Then madhyajihve, the tip of the tongue, you are not keeping it outside or inside. No, you are going to take the tip of the tongue to the madhye nikṣipya, to the center point, the hole there. You don't have to go to no. You don't have to trouble yourself. Just bend your tongue and touch the top portion. You can, if it is okay, if that is not possible, just behind the teeth, any place, does not really matter. Why I'm saying is, see, if you are going to keep your tongue in that area, that hole, touch the hole, your saliva, you are going to have problems with the saliva. Okay, so you just have to touch it. Okay, now hoccāraṃ manasā kurvan, you have to chant, not verbally, you have to chant ha in the mind, mentally. Okay, here ha is some people take ha as ha, some people take ha as hoccāraṃ, not with because naturally when you are going to breathe out, you are going to not say ha, you are going to say ha sometimes, or so whichever is comfortable. And both, we are not doing this uccārana physically, verbally, we are going to chant it mentally. Okay, so this ha uccārana is translated in a different way. That is while exhaling you have to chant ha, or while inhaling you have to chant sa. This is called as soham bhavana. Soham. Hum. So, okay, some people do it inversely, does not really matter. Whichever way, you have to just do that. So hum, whichever way you want to, you can do. Okay, now you have to focus. Where do you have to focus? Manasā kurvan tataḥ śānte. Where do you have to focus? The tip of the tongue, wherever it touches. Either it is behind the teeth or inside the tonsil area, wherever it touches, does not really matter. You have to focus on the tip of the tongue, that area where it touches, it meets. Or forget about that, focus on the bhrumadhya, the eyebrow center. That is also okay. That is also accepted. Okay. This is a āṇa upaya, so we can practice. So, sit in a comfortable posture, whatever is comfortable, in a seat or in a chair, doesn't really matter, on a ground. Sit on a comfortable posture. Keep your hands any which way, whichever is comfortable for you. Open your mouth a little bit. The tip of the tongue, touch it on the upper palate area, anywhere there. And chant hum or soham, focused on the breathing. While exhaling, you chant ha, and inhaling, you chant soham. Okay, hum, sa, soham, whichever. Om. So this is a very simple dharana. We have seen so many of these āṇava upayas. This is one upaya, that's all. Okay. So here in this, focusing on bhrumadhya will be very simple. You'll see this. Om purnamadah purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnameva vashishyate. Om shanti shanti shanti.